Welcome back to Springfield, Missouri, site of the 33rd Annual Christian Homeschool Basketball National Championships, where we are coming to you from Drury University, the O'Reilly Family Event Center. Scott State and Thomas Sanders, and we are bringing you the boys' 14U Undisputed National Championship game. It's the PT Warriors out of Texas taking on the Wichita Warriors out of Kansas. Wichita will be in the white with the purple trim, and the PT Warriors will be in the purple with the yellow trim. It's going to be fun today, Thomas. We've got two teams with purple and two teams named Warriors, so we're going to have to be real clear on who scores.
We're not going to get confused. Hopefully you guys can keep up with us today. Looking forward to it, Scott. Going to be a good one.
Absolutely. On the tip, Wichita comes away with it. They're going to check out this defense by the Warriors. PT Warriors having a great week. Their 18U team got knocked out of the Final Four last night, but just a great run by their team. That time off the miss. Ball on the ground. Here comes PT on the attack. Parker Tarrant out of Fort Worth, Texas. Here's Aguilar. You'll hear that name a lot with the PT Warriors.
Looks like Wichita's opened up in a man-to-man defense, and PT plays that patented 2-3 zone we saw at the 18U level and now also mimicked on the 14U level. Looks like it's program-wide.
Yeah, it does. And that time, they a lot of times they get those backdoor cuts, and Turner Pulliam just found him his man wide open under there. Michael Aguilar with the first 2 points to open up the scoring. 2-0, PT in front. Here is Wichita on the attack. The flip-up is no good, that time by Noah Davis. Back the other way comes PT. Aguilar going to slow things down, call out a play.
I believe Aguilar has a couple brothers that play on the 18U team, does he not?
Yes, sir.
I could have told you just looking at him, and then I heard the last name, and it confirmed it. So it's fun to see a whole family affair.
Yeah, he's got a brother on this team as well that'll be coming in probably shortly. He plays a lot too, Eric. So
it's one of the unique things about this homeschool tournament is you see these large families that play almost not quite multi-generational, but certainly multi-year teams.
Absolutely. You'll hear some of those names for decades. On the spin around. Oh, nice put in by Eli Kokenauer. Kokenauer in the paint. Gives his team a 4-0 lead now. Wichita going to try to answer. There's the feed down low. Oh, nice hesitation and rolled that up and in. Noah Davis missed his first, but connects on that one, and he cracks his Warriors into the scoring column. 4-2. PT over the timeline. There's this roll off of the screen. That is no good that time by Pulliam. Back the other way comes Wichita.
So right now at this tournament, we've seen a lot of 2-3 zone. And not to sound like a broken record from broadcast after broadcast, but, man, I would love to see these offenses start punching that ball by dribble drive into the lane. Passing's not bad for the high post, but right now we're seeing awful content just to swing. So right there, you see the ball in the high post, and then look at the attack you get coming out of it.
Yeah, it's great how he illustrated that as you were talking about it. Noah Davis, once again, with the shot inside just a couple feet away.
He made me look good. Thank you, Noah. Appreciate that.
Oh, man. That's a rare thing, having teenagers do exactly what you say, right?
They're listening, I think. They're hearing us.
On the entry pass, ball knocked away and off of Aguilar's hands out of bounds. That turnover gives it to Wichita. All knotted up at 4. 3:02 to go here in this first quarter. Boys, 14U Undisputed national title game.
So these guys now have played, 5 games in 5 days, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And they've already each got a gold ball. PT got the 6A gold ball, Wichita the 5A gold ball, but this one really counts. You get the bragging rights as the best 14U team in the country.
Big game. Last game of the season for these guys.
Oh, nice find again. And then the put in by Will Pepley. His first 2 points. First points by anybody but Davis for Wichita. And now they have the lead after trailing early. 6-4, Wichita in front. Here's a corner 3 that is no good, but then the putback. That one follow is no good as well. Matthew Carr couldn't get his 3 to drop. Here comes Wichita.
Tell you what's going to be interesting to see if Wichita stays in this man pressure against Aguilar. He is putting some pressure. His ball handling is – oh, man.
And then a 3 by Eli Crook. And after trailing 4-0, Wichita on a 9-0 run. With 2:02 to go here, first quarter, boys 14U Undisputed National Champion. It is Wichita Warriors and a 9-4 lead over PT. Welcome back to our version of March Madness here at the 33rd Annual Christian Homeschool Basketball Championships, where right now the PT Warriors find themselves, after building a 4-0 lead, in a 9-4 hole as Wichita goes on a 9-0 run. And now PT finding themselves having to make a comeback after they started out really well.
What I was mentioning earlier is Aguilar's a strong ball handler. It's going to be interesting if Wichita can keep this man pressure up on him.
That jumper no good from about 14, just inside the three-point line by Kokenauer, and the ball was knocked down by the PT Warriors, or rather the Wichita Warriors, but then it was Aguilar that came away with it, and now it stays at this end. Aguilar super active on those boards, and then that time the turnaround jumper no good by Pulliam. He wanted a foul. Official says it was clean. Here comes Wichita.
Tell you what, early in the game, PT's come to these officials 2 or 3 times, kind of looking for a call. A dangerous way to start the game for your PT.
Yeah.
You do not want to get on the officials', I don't want to say bad side, but
right.
certainly a little bit irritated early in this game.
Noah Davis misses that shot there. He'd hit a couple. PT back on the attack. Oh, nice find underneath. Has to flip it out as he has 2 Warriors collapse on him. Pulliam going to back it out now. Set things up. Turner Pulliam, one of the 2 all-region players, he and Michael Aguilar for PT out of the Big South. Wichita did not compete in the regionals, although they'll be in there next year. There's a 3 by Pulliam, Turner Pulliam. He hit a couple yesterday in their win over the OKC Knights in the Final Four, and he's able to connect this time, and now that lead get back down to 2.
I'll tell you what, if you're PT, you love that offensive possession. They moved that ball 3, 4, 5 times and then finally got a rhythm shot.
Davis again misses a point-blank shot. He hit his first 2, but the last 2 just short on. And then that was almost a rush 3. I'm not sure the player there, Sam Schwind, looked up and decided just to throw it up from the corner after he spun around to avoid the defender.
Best I can figure, he saw the 11, thought it was 1 at the end of the clock, and put it up.
Here we go, 1 second left. Shot from outside, no good. And that's the way this first quarter will end. It is Wichita Warriors hanging on to a 9-7 lead over the PT Warriors. Back with the second quarter of this boys 14U Undisputed Championship after this break. Welcome back to the exciting sounds of, you'll hear those drums all day long as we continue on with these Undisputed Championships. That seems to be the PT Warriors and Wichita Warriors fans really getting into this one, and right now it is Wichita out in front by 2. PT has fought back, and Aguilar on the drive, kisses it off the glass, and gives himself a shot at the 3.
Man, PT Warriors offense right now is looking really, really amazing, the way they're moving that ball, passing, cutting. The score is tied up, but right now, if you ask me, their offense looks really, really in sync. They're getting easy shots, stuff that they can maintain and build on as the game progresses.
Sometimes does that happen, you think, Thomas, where it looked like Aguilar hit the first couple shots and it was almost like his team relaxed and kind of quit running things and were just waiting for him to shoot, but now they seem to have gotten back into their flow.
Yeah, I think so early on. It's easy to do that with your lead player, give him the ball, let him go, watch him play. But really the top teams are the ones that get those guys involved early, and then you hope your top player can really take the game over in the 4th as needed.
Here's a 3. Oh, it was halfway down that time by Tyson Ripley for Wichita, but rattles out, and now it is PT with the ball. Ball knocked out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Warriors.
Tell you what, Aguilar, I was commenting earlier on his ball handling. He needs to be very, very careful. He is crossing over right in front of, I think it's Will Peffley from Wichita Warriors.
Yep.
And Will's a good defender. They call that cat and mouse. Be careful what you play with.
Absolutely. Pulliam pulled the trigger again, no good. Rebound putback attempt by Kokenauer is no good, out of bounds. It will go to Wichita. So Warriors out of Wichita. They made it here to this final championship undisputed game with a win over the Lapeer Lakers a couple of days ago, and then yesterday in the Final Four, a 56-44 win over Red River. Here's a shot that is partially blocked. That time by Tyson Ripley, goes out of bounds, will stay at this end.
That Red River program, I've heard their names a lot in the semifinal, final games. They've come a long way from the last couple of years.
Yeah, they really have. You have seen them in those brackets moving deep into this week and haven't been able to pull away a championship, but boy, they're right there on the cusp.
And that's also a Dallas area program, am I not mistaken?
Yep, I believe so. Here's another three attempt by Ripley that is no good. Here comes the PT Warriors on the attack, all the way up to the glass, and he just shot it too strong.
But, Scott, same thing. Textbook fast break. Yeah, he missed a shot, but you will take that if you're a coach. Bang, bang. The ball went from 94 feet with 2 passes, no dribbles.
That's what, didn't touch the floor. Oh, good find in the lane and a little floater by number 33, Sam Schwind, his first bucket of the game. And now it is Wichita back out in front by 2. PT, their trip here, 38-33 win over West Michigan, and in the Final Four, they beat the OKC Knights 36-27 yesterday, and a really good game for them. PT on the attack, and nice touch off the glass there by number 40, Matthew Carr, his first bucket of the game. We're all tied up again. These guys are back and forth. I mean, they have the same colors, the same name, and they are equally matched. There's a steal by Carr, giving his team a chance now to take the lead, move in front.
Interesting. I don't think that PT Warriors has made a substitution yet in this game.
I think you're right. It looks like they're going with their starters throughout right now. Oh, nice cut. That's an offense you talked about. Good screen by Pulliam, and there's Michael Aguilar to get his 6th point of the game and put his team back out in front.
That's called a UCLA cut. It's one of the most common cuts at basketball. You see it a lot on the college level, hence UCLA. Pass the wing, back screen, cut to the rim, and then give and go. Beautiful play.
Luke Duncan with the steal. He had 13 points yesterday, and that is his first 2 of this game. And now they're up by 4. Nice answer by the Warriors after falling behind 9-4. There's a 3. Sam Schwinn, he's connected both. He's gotten both field goals this quarter for Wichita. He's got 5 in the game now and back down to a 1-point lead for PT. Back and forth we go. Oh, and on the bounce pass, heads-up play.
Aguilar avoided a near turnover. Oh, they did get him on the turnover. Said it was last touch by PT. Look at that.
Yeah, he called it. Well, I mean, his name is Eli Crook, and when we were checking on the rosters, that's what their coach said. He said, Crook, like steals. Well, and I said, hopefully basketball, right?
I feel like he might have – well, I wasn't there. From here, it looked like it was all.
It did. It looked like it was going the other way, but that official was pretty confident. Oh, that 3 rattled out by Ripley. They keep it at this end, though. At offensive board work, they keep giving themselves multiple opportunities. But that time, a turnover as it rolls out of bounds. Back to PT.
Look, right now, I like what PT's doing. If Wichita is nailing some difficult 3-pointers. If you're PT, don't be discouraged. Like, your offense is cooking.
Yeah,
you miss some shots that you normally would make, but keep moving the ball as they are.
Picked up his dribble in a dangerous area of the court, but escapes and gets it to Aguilar. And now Wichita, a little bit of looked like a half-court trap there for a second, but now they back into their man-to-man defense. PT.
So right now, I do not like PT is running their offense 45 feet from the basket. You got to bring players back in so that catch and shoot. That guy could have been in rhythm to catch it once it wanted to shoot. That's Turner Pulliam should have been maybe at 20 feet so you can shoot that shot. When you start your offense at 45 feet, it's difficult to bring it back in.
Pulliam got stuck on the baseline, flipped it out top to Duncan, but Duncan shot no good. And then on the break the other way, ball knocked out of his hand. He caught it, and as he tried to go up for the shot, that's going to be Carr with the foul. And looks like 2 shots.
Scott, going back to the other end, it's just ironic. If you start watching basketball enough, you'll start seeing how the offense sets. It's shocking how consistent bad shots follow bad offensive setup.
Yeah.
And so right now, we were talking PTs setting their offense at 45 feet. Sure enough, they missed their first good look that Turner Pulliam would have had.
Yeah.
And then it kind of stagnates, and they end up with kind of a 4 shot from the top of the key.
And it's puzzling, too, because their offense seemed to be working really well. I mean, they were, like you said, you were talking about the UCLA, you were talking about the different things they were doing to get open looks, but suddenly they backed it out again, and that happened yesterday. We saw a team where they kind of took themselves out of their flow.
Run your offense. Stay with your game. Do not change up what you do well.
Tied up now, 15-all, 1:30 to go here. This is going to be a close one. 14U Undisputed Championship. PT Warriors out of Fort Worth, Texas. Wichita Warriors out of Wichita, Kansas. And Warriors once again kind of slowing it down here. PT Aguilar with the ball. There's a bounce pass into Pulliam. Pulliam spins, puts it up. It rims out. Rebound by Carr, and a whistle and a foul on Wichita.
Pulliam's a tough matchup on the block. He's a big, strong guard. Post to small guards, too fast for the bigs. Those guys are difficult to guard.
Here's Aguilar in the inbounds. Stops, pops, got it.
Tough shot.
So smooth. 8 points now for Michael Aguilar to lead his team in all scores right now. And they're up by 2. Under a minute to go here, first half. The entry pass knocked away that time by Eli Kokenauer. And they say it went off the hands of Wichita, so it will actually be a turnover. Nice job on the defense. Parker Tarrant throws it in. Here comes Pulliam. 45 seconds to go here, first half. 17-15 lead for Parker Tarrant with the ball. Oh, nice cut underneath, but the pass a little bit too much mustard on that one. It just went through the hands of Kokenauer, and that's a turnover now on PT.
Let's see if Wichita holds for last shot here.
Wichita, oh, that ball is tipped. Lazy pass, picked off, and Aguilar's going to take it all the way. He draws the contact and will put himself at the free throw line. That foul on Eli Crook. Michael Aguilar's really led this team. He did it yesterday. He not only runs the offense, but really puts a lot of points on the board for Parker Tarrant. And right now he is doing the same thing in this Undisputed game.
Yeah, he can handle the ball. He finds teammates. He can shoot the long ball. He's kind of a complete package at this age.
9 points now. He'll try to crack into the double-digit scoring column with his team up 3. Second shot rims out, and the fight for the rebound, it will go the other way. So Wichita now down by 3. They've got 27 seconds to cut it to 1 or tie it up here. Let's see what they can do with this possession. Bring it over the timeline. Passing game back and forth with Ridley. Gets it to Heffley. Back out top to Ridley over in the corner with Schwinn. Schwinn's going to fire up a 3. Got it. Wow, that was deep. Second 3 of the game for him. Clock winding down. Tie game. 2 seconds left. Shot up by Pulliam. Off the backboard. No good. And we are going to go to halftime with the tie. 18-18. The Wichita Warriors and the PT Warriors back with the second half of action in this boys 14U Undisputed Championship after this.
When it hurts, real time it.
We are in Springfield, Missouri, and you hear the noises of the 33rd Annual Christian Homeschool Basketball National Championships, where right now we are at the halftime of the boys 14U Undisputed National Championship game. Scott Staten alongside Thomas Sanders here on Drury University's campus, and we are all knotted up. Two Warriors. They got the same color in their uniforms, they got the same name, and they are equally matched as we are both at 18 right now. Wichita on the attack. They lose it immediately, though, and here comes PT. PT Warriors out of Fort Worth, Texas. Wichita Warriors out of Wichita, Kansas. The winner of this one will go home as the 2025 Boys 14U Undisputed Champion. So lots on the line here as PT backs it back out. Now they will set up their offense.
Yeah, it looks like some of those early nerves have worn off. Pressure from the big game done. Now we're right back. We start at 18 all or 0-0.
Pulliam had a good find there with Carr, and he crashes the board, gets the rebound. His putback is missed. Now here's Aguilar trapped down in the corner. Ball comes away to the Warriors. Nice defense there. Wichita bringing the other way. And ball is tipped, still in bounds, and finally a whistle. It'll stay down at this end. So Wichita had a turnover in their first possession, and then they're able to turn it over on PT down at the other end, and they'll have a shot now to try to jump out in front. Under 5 to go here, third quarter.
So PT stays in this 2-3 zone, and right now Wichita has countered this with a barrage of three-pointers at some tough shots, particularly for that Sam Schwind, I believe, knocked down at least two of them in the first half.
Oh, nice feed inside and put in by Noah Davis. That's his 7th point of the game, and his team out in front now by 2. Here comes Aguilar for PT. Going to stop, pop it just outside the free throw line. No good. Wichita comes down with the board. Tyson Ripley, up ahead. He stops. Wichita working it around the horn. Here's a 3 from the right corner that is short. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay at this end. They said it went off of Aguilar's hand.
Wichita would like that look. Swing, shot to Schwind in the corner. He's already buried 2. So it looks like they're going to keep putting up those three-pointers.
Yeah,
that's their MO.
And, it's his number. You know, he's got 2 threes on his jersey.
He's trying to add to it.
Going to go to his right. Oh, almost a reach in. That time by Duncan. Wichita. Oh, Schwind from way back. That one's too strong. Chased down by Carr, but then chased back down. Nice hustle by Colton Blasdell.
Offensive rebounds are so deflating for the defense. You work 20, 30, 40 seconds, all of a sudden, ball goes long. Even this one, back court, they run it down. So huge extra possession by Wichita Warriors.
Great hustle to run that one down and also prevent PT from going on a fast break. On the inbounds, Aguilar reached over the back of Schwinn there, and that's going to be a foul on him. Michael Aguilar picking up the...
I can't imagine that was the inbounds play that they drew up there. Sometimes that just happens.
You'd think not. And the official says, my bad, on the handoff as the Warriors dropped the ball, but he says that was just on me, so they'll get a reset.
So, look, if I'm Wichita, I love how you guys are playing that inbounds. I think might want to have a different play there. That's a dangerous pass, 35 feet from inbounds to half court there.
Schwinn was in the corner, but he was closed out on by Pulliam, and then there's Aguilar to steal it. Tried to get it inside the paint. Quickly the other way comes Carr. Carr spins. Oh, bounce pass in between two Warriors, but it is picked off by Schwinn, and here comes Wichita the other way. We've been stuck at 20-18, just 2 points this quarter on a shot by Noah Davis. There's another steal. Matthew Carr bringing it the other way. Carr going to take it all the way, stop at the baseline, kicks it out. Here's Pulliam for three. It rolls off the rim. And, wow, hustle there. PT and a great job.
What a play by Carr underneath that basket. Faked the layup, froze the defense, and then gave Pulliam a great look on the perimeter.
He really did. Kokenauer there knocked the ball out of bounds, and it will go to Wichita. There's going to be a 30-second timeout to talk it over, so we're halfway through this third quarter, and so far, Thomas, it's just been really these two teams just kind of holding each other at bay, and you got to think that a game like this, it's going to be who gets the last run because they both had the lead. They've both been tied. They both really kind of struggled right now in this half to be able to get anything going offensively.
Yeah, it's a little sloppy right now for the second half. The first half was executed well, different styles, right? You saw PT Warriors really moving that ball 4 or 5 passes versus kind of Wichita that was banging three-pointers down and looking for that.
Yeah.
We've seen 3 or 4 turnovers on each side coming out of this half, so calm down. You know, you understand in a game of this magnitude, these kids have been looking forward to this all season.
Right.
So now, calm down. You know, we're here in the second half.
Right.
Play your game easy. And I'm hoping we see a kind of a little bit more of a move back into what got you here kind of mentality.
Right. Absolutely. Wichita with the ball. They're up 20-18 here. Boys 14U Undisputed Championship game. Warriors playing the PT Warriors, and, boy, they have both been neck and neck so far. Here's a three-pointer from the left wing. That time by Eli Crook that is no good.
He did not hesitate. Crook just saw that, was already in rhythm when that ball was in the air. So good look for Wichita again.
Pulliam having a good game for PT. He came down with that rebound. He's been down crashing the boards, but then he's also so dangerous from outside as we saw yesterday and then earlier in this game where he connected on a three. Been quiet in the second half, though. He will get things started as he drives. Oh, nice find underneath, but too strong by Duncan, rather. And then Wichita got the rebound, but threw it away. Unforced turnover by Wichita, and that's costly with 2:21 to go here in the third.
Yeah, we talked on it just a second ago, Scott. It's like you got to control the nerves, the little errors, the turnovers. We're going to get late enough in this game where it's going to be a big problem.
Here's Aguilar for three. Too strong. Nice rebound by Schwinn. Sam Schwinn comes down with it. He'll bring it up court for Wichita. Warriors working around the perimeter. Oh, feet in the lane.
Look at the ball
Nice
movement.
kick out. Three. Bounces up and in.
You almost just wanted that ball to go in after that offense, right?
Yeah, Will Peffley.
That ball went in, out, in, and then back to the corner, and Peffley buries it. Beautiful offense for the Wichita Warriors.
23-18 now. Up by 5. PT playing from behind. They were earlier in the game, but came all the way back. Let's see if they can do it now here in the second half. Pulliam gets hung up there at the top with Schwinn guarding him.
So PT now into that patented offense. It's kind of like a Princeton offense. A lot of these UCLA cuts. Pass, you see him backdoor cut. Swing the perimeter. There's that UCLA cut we talked on from Aguilar earlier.
Pulliam drives, flips it across the lane, and good find there. Luke Duncan gets one to go this time. He just missed an easy one before. It was too strong, but that time adjusted his touch and able to get 2 points for his squad. 1:03 to go here, third quarter. Ball knocked out of bounds by Duncan. It will stay at this end with Wichita. Just over a minute to go, third quarter. The winner will be your 14U Undisputed champion. Here's a three that is way too long by Schwinn. Quickly on the outlet pass by Aguilar. Going to take it all the way up. Duncan puts it in. There's some discussion. Did they count the bucket?
I think the referee's explaining it right now. It looks like he did count it. We didn't get clear indication. Did you?
No, we didn't. Well, and just the way they're setting up, apparently they didn't count it. Called it on the floor.
Okay.
He wanted that one.
It looked from here like it was.
It really did. Again, we don't have replay. We'll work on that. On the inbounds, right underneath the bucket, a spinning move by Eli Kokenauer gets his first two of the second half. He's got 4 on the game, and now the lead down to 1 for Wichita. Warriors from Wichita on the attack. 35 seconds left in this quarter. And on the pass, a little bit high, and it was tipped away by Turner Pulliam. Pulliam going to bring it down for PT, and there's some contact. Yep, he's going to get called for the offensive foul on the push-off. And Pulliam even agrees, shakes his head and said, yeah, I did. I mean, it was in front of everybody.
I think he knew it. You're allowed a little lenience on a shoulder bump, but he had his whole arm extended
He really did.
I think we all knew it.
Warriors now, Wichita, 1-point lead. They are clinging to that one. Cross-court pass that went over everybody. And with 18.6 seconds now, PT Warriors going to have a chance to take the lead going into the final period.
Look, Scott, Wichita's turning it over a lot. Their saving grace has been they can shoot the ball so well that right now PT has not capitalized on their turnovers, but this is going to come back to bite them if they keep turning the ball and being so loose with it heading into this fourth quarter.
Here comes Aguilar. Clock winding down. Final moments of this third period. They trail by 1. 5 seconds left. Corner. Pulliam flips it to Aguilar, up and in. Nice find, nice finish. And they will use that bucket by Michael Aguilar to go into the final quarter with a 1-point lead. PT Warriors over Wichita. We'll be back for the final quarter of action after this. Well, here we go. Final 6 minutes to claim the boys' 14U Undisputed National Championship. Right now, it is the PT Warriors on a bucket with less than 2 seconds left there in the third period by Michael Aguilar, who leads his team in scoring right now with 11 points. And they lead at 24-23 over the Wichita Warriors. PT with the inbounds. Aguilar going to bring it over the timeline. Guarded by Will Peffley for Wichita. He spins, works on Peffley. His shot is too strong off the right side. Rebound comes off into the hands of Eli Crook. And then we got a whistle and a foul on PT for the push.
Aguilar's trying to use his size advantage on Peffley. Just maybe put that up a little quick, but it was a good idea.
No pressure this time. Wichita going to bring it over the half-court line, and here they go. Trying to set something up. Feed down on the block. Tosses it in the lane. Little floater that is no good, but the rebound stays in the hands of Wichita. Going to work it back around. Once again on the blocks, Noah Davis. Got it.
Beautiful pass inside. Noah Davis with a nice outside spin with the left.
Davis now with 9 points. and his team back out in front. Back and forth we go. A 1-point game. Wichita in front of PT Warriors. Here's a corner three by Pulliam. Too strong. Fight for the rebound. And Wichita comes away. Eli Crook, but tied up by Aguilar. Jump ball. It will send it still back to Wichita.
Good look for PT Warriors. They'll take it.
See how these guys start to notice the clock and time running out in this close ball game and how it has an effect. They played, like you said, Thomas, all season to be here, and now they want to finish the job, and they've got 5 minutes to do it.
And I want y'all to notice something if you're watching. PT has been in a 2-3 zone most of this game. They've actually gone to an unusual zone called a 1-2-2. You'll see their lead guard picking the Wichita Warriors up at half court. I think they're probably trying to slow him down a little bit, but I want to watch this again, and let's just watch as the game progresses. But the coach has made a switch.
That time Tyson Ripley tried a three and missed everything, so it gives the ball back to PT. Oh, once again, that was Luke Duncan. He was right there for a layup and just short-armed it. Wichita still in front, 25-24. Ripley swinging around there in the corner is Schwind. Schwind back out top to Eli Crook. He fires a three that's too strong. Rebound by Ripley, put back up and in.
Huge rebound and put back by Ripley.
His first two of the game, but they're huge as now his team leads by 3, under 4 minutes to go. Aguilar will walk it over for the PT Warriors. Oh, what a find underneath. I don't know how he got that through all those defenders.
And how did Pulliam even know it was coming? His eyes were the other way.
Looked up, and there was the ball. He couldn't finish, but he will be at the free throw line for 2.
What a catch, too. I mean,
yeah.
He reached his hand up, pulled it down with one hand. Looking like Odell Beckham out here.
You have to think he knew that was coming because I'm like you.
It looked like he was still running through. I see the hand reach up, grab the ball. Yeah, it was a set play, I'm sure.
First free throw is good. I'm sure the defenders just heard something fly by their ear really quick. And they're like, oh, that was the basketball. 27-25, 3:50 to go. Pulliam going to try to cut it to 1. His free throw is too strong, and nice board work again by Noah Davis. Up ahead to Ripley for Wichita. They lead it by 2, 3:43 to go. Working it around the horn. Oh, nice cross-court pass. Ripley for 3. It's short. Rebound to Pulliam for PT. Here come the PT Warriors on the attack, trailing by 2, 3:30 to go. Pulliam going to settle things down, look over to the bench. Aguilar and Pulliam out top. Boy, they're sure-handed. Oh, as soon as I said it, a steal there by Will Peffley. Flips it up ahead on the run, and the foul. Schwinn puts it in and have a chance at a three-point play.
Will Peffley, huge play. Picks the pocket of Aguilar, throws it up, one dribble.
Yep.
Opens this game up to a 4, possibly a 5-point game. What a defensive play. Defense into offense for the Wichita Warriors.
And that phrase, picked the ball away from Aguilar, is not one you get to say very much. He's so sure-handed.
Picked his pocket, yeah, and you don't see that happening often. I'm sure he is still kind of shaking his head how that happened.
Well, Schwind had 2 3-pointers from outside, but that time he turns the shot and the foul into a 3-point play that puts him in the double digits. But more importantly, it is Wichita now in front by 5 with 3:12 to go here in this boys 14U Undisputed National Championship game. What do you do, Thomas, if you were PT Warriors? Your offense was flowing in the first half, and you had the momentum coming into this half after that shot by Aguilar, but all of a sudden it just seems like it's Wichita now that seems to be comfortable out there.
Momentum shifts. That's a weird thing in basketball. The first thing if I'm PT is don't panic. Mm-hmm. You're fine. Like, you're down 5, you got 3 minutes, 12 seconds to play. It's a ton of time left. So you just work your offense. You don't stall. You just keep doing what you're doing. This is not, sometimes you'll start seeing teams panic, shooting bad shots. Just work your offense. Take your first good look, get back, guard, and play this thing out.
Yep.
No changes right now. It's too early.
And I do believe you're right. We really have not seen substitutions for PT. I mean, their starters have been in the entire ballgame.
I think they have played every minute. I don't think he's made one sub. Hey, we're already tired. What's a little bit more,
That's right. Last game of the year. You can rest after this one. PT with the ball, trailing by 5. Just over 3 minutes to go here. Needing something. Aguilar. Ball comes out to Pulliam. He's going to spot up a three. Too strong. Rebound to Davis again. Peffley going to bring it up for the Warriors. He had that huge steal on that last possession. Feed down low to Davis. Oh, and a cutting Peffley up and in. Nice find. Nice finish.
So you notice Wichita is getting a lot more cuts to the rim now. Some of this is because PT Warriors has chosen to push their zone up in that 1-2-2. So now you don't have three guys in that back line, you have two, and so that's why that lane is open. With every action, there's a rebound action, and if you switch a zone, you're allowed to put more pressure on the ball, but now you have much less integrity on the core of your defense on that back line. So it's a strategic play by PT. Interesting, curious to see if he's going to shift out of this now.
Calls a timeout, and you got to think they're going to talk that over just a little bit, Thomas, as right now they're staring up at a 7-point deficit. What do you do to get back into this one? You can't just start firing up threes. I mean, they have some guys that can shoot them, but so far Pulliam's been unable to connect after his first one, and he's hit the only three of the game so far for PT.
Yeah, look, you asked me this question 45 seconds ago with two less points down. So now I'm starting to think, now we're less than 2.5, 7-point deficit. If I'm PT, I probably go on man-to-man pressure. You've got to throw something different. This 1-2-2 is not working well. Shift out of this, go some man pressure. You got to make them uncomfortable. It is a low-scoring game, so you got to, 35 points may win this game. So you've got to have to slow this, put pressure on them, and go quickly get good shots. I would love to see PT come out in some type of pressure defense, man, or even maybe 1-3-1 zone or something that's going to make Wichita a little bit uncomfortable. Let's see what they do.
Well, you got to get the ball back in your hands somehow because the deficit is 7 and you're running out of time.
You're running out of time. So let's see what they do. They are falling. Looks like they are in a 1-3-1 like we mentioned. You see it here. So they're going to try to trap these corners. And there you go.
Oh, they got the turnover. The bounce pass is errant and into the hands of the PT Warriors. Here comes Pulliam bringing it up for his squad, trying to make a comeback here. Aguilar lost the ball off of his leg. He looked like, Thomas, he just turned around to see where the defense was and just didn't see the ball go off of his leg.
You hate that for him. He's a great player, just a simple mistake. So now PT's in that 1-3-1 zone. When that ball goes to the corner, you're going to see him trap it. There it comes. Here comes the second defender for the trap and rotate, and there it is.
Another steal. It's starting to work, but they got to turn these into points. Other way, and oh my goodness, another turnover.
So Aguilar, look, is going to have to take a second and recompose. He's had 2 turnovers. He's better than what he's showing right now.
So tough. You get what you want on the defensive end, but then you just give the ball back.
2 times in a row. The defense is working. The trap is working. The rotations are working. But you have to take care of the ball.
Peffley being bothered by Pulliam. You got the 5-second count going.
He's going to get it. He's going to get it. Oh, I think he was right there.
He was right there. Peffley now drives it over to the corner.
There's the second man coming for the trap.
Ripley tried to feed it inside to Davis, but there's a whistle before that ball went in, and the foul on Aguilar. Just his second, I think. And now a timeout. They're going to maybe change things up again. 1:31 to go. Well, they got the looks they wanted. They got 2 steals, but, wow, you got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, Scott, I was going to say that the adjustment that PT made, credit to their coach, it worked.
Right.
They had 2 for 2 on turnovers.
Yeah.
Just couldn't take care of the ball in transition.
Yeah, and the coach can't go out there and dribble it for you. You got to execute, and, I mean, you're executing on the defensive end, but, boy, they just seem like they're falling apart with their ball control and security right now.
And of all things, it's coming from your point guard. And honestly, he's had a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Like, credit to Aguilar. He's a great player.
Absolutely.
Just had 2, unfortunate mistakes there at a pretty critical time. So It's not too late. You have 91 seconds. You're down 7. Get stopped, and let's get a good shot if you're PT.
Meanwhile, if you're Wichita right now, you got to figure out a way to get through this pressure defense and just draw some fouls or at least kill some clock. Last time around, they did get the foul, so they're going to be bringing it in on their sideline. But Wichita trying to hold on and claim the boys 14U Undisputed National Championship. This is their first trip to Nationals in quite some time. And, boy, what a first trip back that would be to be able to come home with an undisputed title.
Yeah, if you're Wichita, it's really 2 things. No turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
You don't turn it over, you'll be fine.
And PT, too. Quit turning it over. You get the steals. Pressure on the inbounds goes to Peffley. Peffley going to bring it up. Pulliam on his back. Gives it back over to Crook. Back to Peffley. Flips it in the corner to Davis. Davis is pushed, and that's going to be a foul on number 10, Eli Kokenauer. And that's just 4, so still not shooting free throws. You got to think if they don't get a steal here, they're starting to hit the point where they might just foul to put them on the free throw line to try to get the ball back.
They're gonna do it pretty quick.
Ball tipped out. Stays at this end.
Because you think you're still a 3-possession game.
Yes.
So you can't waste much time going for a steal.
Tosses it in, and that was a dangerous pass. They're lucky that didn't get turned the other way, but
yeah, from our angle, it looks like it was going the other direction.
yeah. Going to stay, though, here. Official says it was off the hands of the PT Warriors. Wichita with the inbounds under their bucket. 1:18 to go. Oh, nice find on the inbounds. Rolls it in. Davis. Ripley found him wide open. Nice cut to the basket, and now the lead is 9. Wichita with the lead. Here's Pulliam for a 3 that is behind everything, almost on the logo, and he misses it all. Maybe starting to try to force it now.
Yeah, it's probably not the shot you wanted.
Going to have a timeout by Wichita to talk out their strategy for this point. So if you're Pulliam and you are their three-point threat, I mean, I've seen a couple of games this week with him, and he's a really good spot-up shooter, but you don't typically see him take that much time. He's more catch the ball and shoot it. And that time he just looked like he thought there was nothing else he could do and might have been panicking because the clock was going.
Well, I think what I'd say is you can get that shot any time you want. They're going to let you shoot a 35-footer
right.
at any point you want. So, I'm sure there's some panic setting in, and you want to avoid that. Right now, it is going to have to be a steal or a foul. I think it's a game of seconds at this point. So you gamble for a steal, they may turn it over. If not, you foul and put them at the line and hope they miss.
You look at the scoring this quarter, 11-1. In favor of Wichita, and you have to score points, especially when you're trailing. I mean, you can have the best defense in the world, and I mean it sounds elementary, but seriously, right now the problem for PT is they just can't get the ball in the bucket, and they're not really getting any good looks. And we saw their offense when it was running was really tough for Wichita to stop.
Yeah, and it's like that rhythm has fallen off, and I don't quite know why or what happened, but. They were cooking in the first half and just can't quite get that same rhythm going.
The oven power went off. Here comes Wichita, 34-25 and a whistle, and now they'll be at the free throw line as that's the 5th foul of this quarter. And we will see Eli Crook at the free throw line. He hit a 3 early on, hasn't scored since then, but been really involved in the offense, one of their primary ball handlers. And looks like that might. Okay, it's going to be 4th foul on Aguilar. There was some question if that was his 5th. So here's the first free throw. That is no good by Crook. He'll get one more. 53.2 seconds away. Wichita from the boys 14U Undisputed National Championship after their return to Springfield. Second shot is good. Crook now with 4 points. PT desperate for some points here. Pulliam, corner. That's going to be a 3 by Carr that was in and out. Rattled around all sides of the rim. They get the board back. Put back in quickly by Pulliam, but just 36 seconds to go. Lead is still 8. They try for the steal. A reach-in, no foul, and that will put Wichita at the free throw line once again. And right now, you got to think if they hit free throws, this one's over.
Yeah, clearly the game's in Wichita's hands. If they can make free throws, not turn it over, they can ride this one out.
Will Peffley has had a good game here. He will be at the free throw line for 2.
Scott, Wichita has not gone deep on the bench either. I'm seeing
that's true.
Maybe 6 players total. So we may have only seen 11 bodies on the court this whole game.
Love the conditioning. 36-27, hits them both. Clutch free throws.
That probably does it.
Double digits now. PT frantically trying to score. Pulliam, gets the floater. Nice little jumper there. But it's probably too little too late. And then on the inbounds, we got another whistle. And that's going to put Crook at the free throw line once again. 19.4 to go.
Regardless of this outcome, PT Warriors, well-played game, particularly the first half. Just came, executed their stuff. Did not get some shots to fall in the second half and had a few unfortunate turnovers. I really think in a pretty critical part, if we get 3 or 4 possessions back, this game may have a different outcome. But hold your heads up, PT. You played hard.
Yeah.
You executed well, and you earned the right to be here.
You're playing on the last day on the main court for an Undisputed. And to make matters worse, Michael Aguilar, their leading scorer, just fouled out. And he's done for the season, 37-29. Second free throw is good by Crook.
And what a game. Aguilar played a huge game. Led that great ball handler, led his team well.
Another whistle. More free throws. No more free throws. Going to be an out of bounds. I guess they called it off of PT. And so with 14 and a half to go, now we're starting to see some substitutions. And the Wichita fans, in acknowledgement of what their team has just done, as their bench is cleared, their starters go take a seat. And they realize now, boys 14U Undisputed National Championship will be going back to Wichita. Great job by the Warriors. They trailed initially 4-0, built a lead, saw the PT Warriors come back. Second half, even PT had a lead by 1. But since that time in the third period, it has been all Wichita. And that's how they built that 9-point lead now with time just about finished.
Yeah, it started with 3-point barrage first half, but in the second half, they really executed fast breaks, transition basketball, even picking up on defense.
There's a steal on the inbounds. Pulliam gets fouled. He'll get a chance to cut into that lead a little here at the free throw line. But
so if you're Wichita, the one thing that you do not want to do right now is foul.
Yeah.
Let him go score.
The one thing.
The clock is a made basket is a live ball, meaning the clock still runs.
Right.
So let him go score his basket. You're up 9 with 11 seconds.
Right.
You just do not. Anytime you've seen the YouTube clips of something catastrophic happening,
Right.
it starts with some type of foul at the end because it's a dead ball, dead clock situation.
Second free throw by Pulliam is good. Clock still winding, and inbounds goes to number 34, A.J. Eddy, and he's going to be at the free throw line. Eddy off the bench. Also into the game, Samuel Peffley. Looks like Hudson Schooley is also in. Trying to call out some of these names. Elijah Wilcox and number 41, Colton Blasdale. So everybody getting on the floor for this team. They'll all have a piece of this one, as the first free throw is good there by A.J. Eddy. He'll get one more. And almost rattled in and out. Oh, and there's an offensive board.
They're not done yet.
No, they're not. They're not even going to hold it. Going to fire up a 3. Pulliam's going to bring it down and throw one up from half court, but it won't matter. Congratulations to the Wichita Warriors, your boys, 14U Undisputed National Champs. But we've got more games coming up, including the girls 18U Division II National Championship up next. We'll bring that one to you after this break between games. More action continues throughout the night here from the 33rd Annual Christian Homeschool Basketball National Championships.